the orange whip here. This is a lot heavier than the rope or the stick. So actually, when you are dealing with a heavier object, then your body motion should be organized better, because it's more difficult to handle this. It has more inertia. So for acceleration, deceleration, you have to put more effort, because your body has to move better. Okay? Now in this one, still the goal is to move the orange ball around. So your goal is to move the orange ball to this position here. Okay? Nothing else. It's not about you're going to a certain body position. Rather, move the orange ball to this position, swing and the orange ball here, swing, 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 swing. Your goal is to move the orange ball around. Again, continuous motion. Still using your arms a lot. Turn the body, turn the body. Most of the speed has to come from body turn. Yes. In the backswing too, using the body turn and throw. Throw both ways. Wait until everything completed. The swing. Yes. Swing. So when you have a heavy object, it's really difficult to use the arms only, right? You have to use the whole body. Swing, swing, swing. Make it more rhythmic. Make the motion more rhythmic. Back and forth. Swing, swing. Use the legs actively. Go up and down. So still on the way, yes, still on the way down, you use your arms. So if you use the body well, then this happens. Using the body turn here, using the body turn, bring this down, and then throw, versus. So this is a long-term project. We cannot undo everything on one day, but still.
At least I know what to practice on.
Still, your range of motion is a lot bigger now, and the swing plane is a lot more consistent. The hands are not coming too close to the body. So this is a lot better now. So practice this a lot. This is yours. You can find this on Temu. And this is a mid-size orange whip. If you don't have one, then I recommend, one here, mid-size. This is nice because it has a little bit of flexibility, and then you have to minimize the bending at the top here. If it bends a lot, that means it's going this way, and your hands are already pushing this way. So we have to wait until this is completed. It will have a bending because of the slowdown, right? But minimize the bending here, and then let it go, and then let it go using the body instead of using the arms here. So the speed depends on how well you can use your body at the beginning of the downswing. If you use only the arms, you have a certain limit. But when you start using the body well at the beginning, and then let the arms go, then you will gain a lot of speed. But that's, again, long-term goal. First, you need to shape up your swing by developing consistent swing plane and your ability to stick to the swing plane back and forth. Increase the range of motion here.
First, I have to just used to this.
So one way to practice that while keeping the body lean and then promote that is using the rubber bands. So you can use the elastic bands like this, and then put this like this, and the body is leaned forward here, from here. Pull, 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 without changing the upper body angle here, by using the legs, and then turning here. Pull, pull, instead of using the arms here. Keep the arms straight and then pull, 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 pull. Try this. Oh, you're using arms, you see. Keep the arms straight and then keep the arms straight, and then use the pelvic shift and then turn. Still, it's too rigid and too abrupt. It says continuous, smooth, continuous motion. Kick, kick, kick. You need this. No, kick and then push up, push up. Oh, no, you're not this one here. You're using the arms, you're using the arms. So this is something you have to develop. You have a upper body dominant motion here. Okay? So this can be a good tool at home. But as long as you understand the idea, the pelvis is not this one here, not this one here. Rather, shift and then push, extend. Shift and extend, shift and extend. You're standing on the stand one instead of letting it go. Like this. You actually have to stand on this side. Widen your stance a bit. Oh, it's just a spinning. It's a spinning. Yeah. Down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. Turn enough, turn the shoulder enough, turn the shoulder enough, turn, turn, turn. Using the leg action, you can turn the shoulder enough. Yes. Yep. That's the motion. So the upper body turn is coming from the lower body action. Okay? And then in that process, if your face is toward the ball too much here, then it limits the shoulder turn. So, in a sense, lift the chin a little bit, chin a little bit, chin a little bit, but maintain the gaze. But with this, your shoulder can turn more. If you can turn your shoulder by 90 degrees, that'll be enough. Yeah, that rhythmic motion. Using the legs, we are promoting this turn, this turn, this turn, this turn. Now you look like a human. Yeah, earlier you just were spinning like this, spin, and then just using the arms. But if you watch your video, then you will see how your motion has progressed.
You want to send me the video?
I will post it. Yeah, so you'll be able to see. Then if you see how the motion evolved, then you will say, aha. And then sometimes I will say, no. Sometimes I will say, yes. Then watch that movement, and then you have to really understand what the motion is, the expected motion. Okay, so you need to have a good image of the motion you want to generate.
That's what I'm trying to grab. You showed me so many times, but it's just the body. It feels like my body just turns like this instead of.
So this is the swing plane here. This is swing plane. Although here we have a physical plane here, but you have to image the plane. So stay on this side. There's a camera there. So ultimately, your goal is to move this along the plane here. But in this way, along the way, if your elbow goes backward here, the hands are pulled this way, then you are going below the swing plane. Going above and then coming down to swing plane is a lot easier than you go flat. If you go flat, eventually you have to do something. The hands stay low, the club head should be lifted high, or if you continue to do this, then you have a crossover alignment. So always going flat is not good. So image the plane here, and then you're moving along this plane here. Continue this motion here. Continue this motion here. Then it's here instead of. You see the swing plane here, if your body goes this way, then it's going flat here. It's crossing this plane here. instead, moving along the plane. For that, you have to move the pelvis in such a way that the upper body can move this way. So without doing anything with the upper body, by simply using the lower body motion, you can change this. So from here, this versus, my arms stay still here relative to my chest here. Okay? But if your lower body goes like this, it goes here. But if you lift this side up, it goes here. So it all depends on how you move the body. It may not be just the arm motion. Yeah. You tend to keep the arms flat here because you're pulling this backward. That's why it's going here. But without moving the arms that much, arms stay here. But still, you can move it this way versus because the way the pelvis is moving, the way the legs are moving, the way the pelvis is moving, the way the shoulder is moving, that's adjusted simply because of this here. But the arms are still doing the same thing relative to the chest. This versus. So you have to adjust the body motion to bring this higher ultimately. So play smart. So you know what should happen in this motion, then how you achieve that by changing the way you move your body. That's the key. Yeah. And if you understand this aspect, then it'll be a lot easier. So you should have a purposeful practice. And don't ever stay upright here. Don't ever bring the hands too close. Okay? Don't ever go too flat here. So you should have a reasonable lean and then reach out here. This is the swing plane you want to follow. So you have to promote motion along this way, active motion, rhythmic motion here. Okay, nothing else. So go back and forth, continue. When you use the legs, then it'll be a lot easier to develop this rhythmic motion. Okay? You can play music.
You don't have to leave the swing plane. I guess that's the key. You don't shift like that.
No, it's not this one here. It's a sliding.
It's a sliding.
You have just active leg actions here. And ultimately, your body will stay in this space here. Yeah. The head does not move laterally that much. And then, so in other words, you are interacting with the ground, down and outward. You're pushing the ground down and outward here. That the force acting on your body will be up and inward. So this inward force will confine your body motion within this space. You can continue this. If you go out here, then you don't have enough horizontal force here, right? So you have to go this way, straighten here. You can stay within this space here with a still active body. And with that, you can really bring the hands higher here. Shoulder and hands higher that I demonstrated there. So that comes from straightening this side, pushing down and out, using this force here and then this force here. So the force is always acting like this. It confines the motion. So, but again, the key is just to repeat the motion. You have to feel comfortable. If you feel something is not right, that means you are either using the arms too much or you are introducing unnecessary movement. The main motion should be along the swing plane. Minimize the off-plane motion or perpendicular to the swing plane. So simple motions is bring the head this way here, consistently. Then regardless of the speed, you should be able to stick to the same plane. Then your impact accuracy will improve quite a bit. And then more importantly, the clap head is now moving faster because it's making larger arc. So automatically your distance increases. So although, as long as you can hit that consistently, then you can generate good score. But the distance matters. Yeah, I mean, your pride depends on how far you can hit, right? And also the distance tells you that your motion is not that mechanically sound. If you cannot generate enough speed or distance, that means you have something hindering, smooth, natural motion in your swing pattern. So that's why I focus on the clever speed. It's really important in terms of the overall integrity of the swing motion. Yeah. So keep working on this.
So the grip I'm using right now is more or less this, and sometimes I feel like that I don't have enough. Like, is it?
That's okay. That's okay. But the only thing is that when you this picture, this is a kind of difficult to use. You'd better use the club, something easier to use. So no need to have this small head. At your handicap, you can use clubs with a bigger blade. But here, you tend to do this here. Hands go low, and then you try to do this. Instead, this has to move along the swing plane, right? So throw and then coming to this position. So it's very different from this here. And then ultimately you have to use the pronation, supination of the forearm well, this motion here. So this is supinated, this is pronated here. Swing your impact. The reason why you are going this way here, flat, is because you just to keep pulling. But letting the club head, then naturally you go this way. So this one now shows supination. This one shows pronation. So you should have good supination, pronation of the forearm here as you swing back and forth. Then the wrist motion becomes really simple. So your wrist has this motion and this motion here, but you don't use this motion that much, like this. Here. So use this motion, and then the pronation, supination. Good. So swing here. This will give you a nice curved motion here, smooth curved motion. And all you do is just make large backswing and let it go. And then start downswing. You have to start downswing with the body, but currently you're using the arms, but that's a long-term project. Okay. So use an easier equipment. No need to use something really hard. And then what's the shaft here? I use graphite. I'm kind of old now, so it's natural.
I'm old too, 57.
So once you cross the 60
I used to
point.
use graphite, and then I started using this to just slow my swing down because I'm too fast through the swing. So I don't have to swing too hard on this. Like, as long as I make a good contact, it's going pretty good.
But you are actually putting a lot of effort on this side here in the swing. You try to lift this. So again, when you feel the club is heavy, then you cannot release it. That's the problem. The inertia, your body senses the inertia here. So, this is hard to move, then naturally you try to drag it. But if it's reasonable, if the inertia is reasonable, then you'll be able to release. It's important to be able to extend the arm at impact here. This gives a good amount of speed instead of dragging here. You have to let the club head go. So for that, you need to have something with a lower swing weight. Yeah. You need to remove some of the weights here. So no need to struggle with difficult equipment. So your 7-iron should give distance of 70 or 180 yards.
I'm only getting 140.
That means it's because of arm-driven swing. And also your backswing is really small. So keep working on increasing the backswing. So use a larger range of motion, and then let it go. Swing through and then develop good swing plane. Not too steep, not too flat. You have to come up with a reasonable distance here so that you can easily turn your body about the spine axis here. Instead of just turn around, throw, throw. So when you have that imaging, then you can really have a purposeful practice. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your